Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the webinar of Xeon Properties Group. I'm the host for tonight. My name is Victor Lee. And eventually, this is my first time hosting in English online. So, therefore, if my speaking or if you couldn't understand any single words, don't worry. You can always comment and then I can elaborate and I can explain to you again. So, basically, tonight we invited two of the special guests come along and share with us how MCO impact our Malaysia real estate market. And of course, by 1st of May, our Malaysia PM has announced start from 4th of May, certain economic and social activities will be allowed except for the mass gathering. So having said that, Malaysia's economic activities will be activated and for giving some revenue to property owners, business owners, and country. And of course, what we concern is the real estate market will be sustained. And during this time, is it a good time to invest or buying property? And Bank Negara Malaysia has also announced on the deferment of the bank loan. But what worries us is the real estate market, as I said earlier on. So, but of course, we understand from the different point of view and from different group of people, they may have different worries. So tonight we are lucky to invite two of our special guests to come and sharing with us how the impact MCO impact our real estate market. So for the first guest, he is Mr. Leon Lee. Leon is the group CEO and founder of Xeon Properties. With years of extensive experience in property sector, Leon Lee brings considerable expert knowledge and business acumen to transform Xeon Properties into a top-notch property solutions provider. And playing multiple roles is the kingly way. With his strong business network, he is also a businessman, public speaker, and entrepreneur who participate in organizations that garnered him a slew of achievements. And the next speaker we have is Miss Cheryl. Her position is in sales and marketing assistant manager of City of Dreams and mainly is in charge for sales and marketing activities and also involving liaising with lawyer and agent. And of course, she has years of experiences in real estate market. So why not? Now we would like to invite two of our special guests. We will have Cheryl and Mr. Leon Lee. Hi.
Hi. Hi,
Good
Hi,
evening,
Victor.
everybody.
Hi, Cheryl.
good evening.
Good
Hi, John.
evening.
Hi,
Yeah.
Victor.
Hi. So tonight is an honored and glad to have you both and talk about our how MCO impact the real estate market. So first of all, we would like to invite Leon to talk about is there any impact of COVID-19 towards the real estate market in both Malaysia and internationally?
Yeah. Thank you, Victor. I think temporarily now, the real estate market is unlike stock markets because
Mm,
uh, I mean, especially now we can't see any big slash of the property price. I mean, so far so good. Our property price, even in Malaysia or even in international, is still stable. But
mm,
what we can see is the decision, the buying decision from the investor is slowing down because
mm,
I still remember, especially because I have around like 300 overseas and marketing negotiators, and we can see those cases which actually they are going to close before the MCO, and during the MCO there is a different response where the
mm,
customer will say maybe they will be more conservative and they want to see
mm,
maybe after the MCO then only do the decision. So this is what I can see, the slowing down of the buying power. But
mm,
like outside market say, this is a big impact to the property market. The price is slashed down, and people throw down. And even I think I saw a news on the news. I saw a news mention about the property going to drop for 70%. And
mm,
with my own experience, definitely this is impossible. I mean, if to
mm,
get to make a property price to drop 70%, I mean, so far will not never happen for the past 10
mm,
or 20 years before. But we can say most of the buyer uh, uh, especially now, they only were slowing down their buying power, or we can see the whole market, some of the people, if due to the cash flow management issue, due to their
mm,
own financial issue, they might
mm,
sell the house, I mean, cheapest compared to the market price. But when I say
mm,
cheapest, I still remember some of my customer, they did ask me, hey, Leon, when you say the customer buy cheaper house, means that will they sell discount 30%, discount 50%? I say the percentage of discount 50% and the possibility of discount 50% is
it's
actually
impossible.
um, impossible. You know why? Because I always share with our customer, I say, when the owner, they own a property, yes,
Mm,
definitely when they need a money, they want to sell the property. But we need to remember, most of the owner, when they own the property, and the property, they are under mortgage financing. All right.
mm,
So if the property is under mortgage financing, for example, they had only pay up to 10% or 20%, then they're
mm,
still owing the bank 80%. Then
mm.
if they discount 20% or 30%, means that when they sell the house, they still need to fork out the money. I mean, to
To
cover
pay back the
the
banks.
mortgage, to pay back the bank.
Yes.
All right.
Mm,
So this is why some of the owner, if even they have a financial problem and also cash flow issue, and if they really want to sell the house, they will sell the house and make sure there is a cash back. Means that after they
mm,
sell, they can take back some cash and to plan for their
mm,
own
mm, mm,
finance problem. All right. But if their finance is actually full financing, or maybe is still owing 80 or 90%, maybe it's quite
mm,
impossible for them to sell. They rather choose to keep on pay the installment instead of sell.
mm,
Because you sell, you need
mm.
to, come fork
To
out
fork up the
big
money
amount
to
of
come
money.
up the
Yeah.
yes, correct.
Yes, if you are continuing serving the loan, but it's still okay to you. All right, maybe for example,
Mm-hmm.
1 million loans will be 4 to 5 thousand. So if you continue
Mm,
serve the loan, I think should be still okay. Yeah. So I think up a bit tentatively now the market is still stable, but I can
mm,
see maybe the next 6 months the market will be more slowing down due to the whole world, the whole environment, the whole market, the
mm,
global markets issues. But for property markets, when we say it's slowing down, means that the demand is still there, but it's not that as fast. Maybe we still need like maybe another 6 months or 1 years later,
mm,
when the market recover, then I think the people, they still will buy. Yeah, they still
mm,
will
mm, mm,
come into the
mm,
market. They still will invest. Because uh, I always tell people, invest into property, invest into share market, stock market, or invest into gold. I mean, among
mm,
these three, property is more conservative, and the
mm,
up and down is there. It's not like
mm,
drastic up and drastic down like share market. Today
mm,
$1, tomorrow like 10 cent or 5 cent, right? So the difference. So a
mm.
lot of customers, they ask, hey Leon, so at this moment, should I invest into share or invest into stock market? So I will share the same. I will tell them, you might, partially invest into share, or partially invest into property market,
Property.
and maybe
Mm,
partially you can go for gold market as well.
mm,
Yeah, but I'm not
mm.
familiar with gold. So you better like leverage your investment, will be,
Yeah,
and lower your
diversify your
own risk.
investment
Yeah,
funds.
diversified. Yeah.
Mm, mm,
All
mm, mm,
right.
mm, mm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this is
So
my
from your
personal point of view. Yeah.
Okay, so from what you
Thank you.
say is actually the MCO, it doesn't really impact the Malaysia or internationally real estate market. It's just that at this moment, a lot of property investors or even home buyers are actually having the wait and see or shop around attitude. So they are actually observing and they are looking around
Correct.
or shopping
Yeah.
around to find maybe the best price because of we can't even eventually we can't tell that whether this property is worth to buy or not. So what do you think worth to buy property? Is there any worth to buy property in whole Malaysia or even globally?
Yeah, I think this is a very, very common question. A lot of
Mm,
our friends, our customer, they will always ask us, especially like myself, I'm in the property line. They will say,
mm,
Leon, can we buy the property now? And where is the best buy property? When
mm,
is the best time to invest into property? So
correct.
I normally to invest into a property, my first concern. is like priority concern will be more about the location. Means that if we want to choose to buy a property, we know that there might be a lot of a cheap property or maybe a slash price property in the market. But again, we need to remember, if we today we manage to buy a very cheap property, it means that the price slash down and they sell with a big discount. But you need to remember, will this property can resell back? I mean, in the market,
The
means that
resale
maybe
value.
after 2 years, after 3 years, is this property still possible to sell back to the market? If this property still can sell to the market, then the property is okay to invest. If this property after 3 years we can't sell to the market with the initial investment price or increment price, then you better don't buy. So when we choose a property, the location is a priority concern. So if you buy the property with a good location, I always tell people, when we go into, I mean, select a good property, location, location, and location. Because when you choose a good location, you will never go wrong. All right. Even if you choose a good location, definitely we know that if you choose a KLCC area, then definitely the price is going up and expensive.
Yes.
Then our customer say, hey, Leon, I want to buy I mean for Penang, I want to buy a house in Bali Pulau, it's cheaper. But why you ask me to buy at Gurney Drive, it's more expensive. So I will share with the customer, I say, if for me to choose either in Bali Pulau or in the Gurney Drive, I will choose Gurney Drive. Why? Because if we buy the property at Gurney Drive, we will not afford to go for 1 million, for example. We might go for 500,000. But 500,000, we still maintain the price at 1,000 per square feet, and the price of the property, the end price of the property might be 500,000 only. It's a smaller size. But never mind. Because if you buy the property at the right location, even the size is smaller, I mean, but the overall end price is still smaller as well. All right. So if you buy a property at Bali Pulau, all right. So I mean, Bali Pulau, there's still plenty of land, and more
Yes.
development is going there. But compared to, I say straight, I mean, Gurney Drive, we
Georgetown
can't
area.
not even find even Georgetown area. Georgetown, some more, especially in Penang, they are actually under the UNESCO, where you cannot simply build a high rise there. So for a buyer, if you buy at the good location and prime location, I rather I mean advise and share that you might choose a smaller unit so that lower your investment cost, instead of you want to buy a 10,000 square feet, maybe a landed property at Bali Pulau, and but that property might sell at 400 per square feet. It's only cost you 400,000, but it's at Bali Pulau. And today you buy a 500 square feet, are selling you at 1,000 per square feet and cost you 500,000 as well. So this is a difference. So it's for, especially for investors. If you buy to stay, you choose the place that you like to stay. So you will, I mean, you can put the investment priority. I mean, at the beginning when you want to go for investment. But if you want to buy for investment, you should choose for the price, especially the total price of the property is affordable to everyone. Means that today you buy in 500,000, you can resell back at 700,000. I mean, to the market still okay. You don't go and simply buy a 5 million properties, then you thought that, tomorrow I want to sell to the market at 5.5 million. I think this is a big risk to an
Crazy.
investor.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. Thank you.
Correct. So, which means having said that, for a property home buyer, actually you have to look at what your intention is. You are intend to buy a property for your own stay or to buy a property for investment purpose. Because of if looking at the investment purpose, of course, location is always your main concern, right? So because of and we all know that actually you can't compare an orange to an apple. So it's just like if you want to have some standard, you also can't compare all those branded
Yeah.
brands like all those CK. You can't compare CK with brown waffle. So it's the same like property. If you are willing to spend 1 million to buy a property at a good location with a with the branded developer and good location with the branding, so it's actually is considered worth to buy property. So in a short way, there is no worth to buy property. It's just that whether you like the location or not, or whether you are willing to spend the money to buy the property. Okay, so and of course we see a lot of viewers here. We have Summer, Andy, Caroline, Garland, and then call me Andy, Guancho, so Julian. Okay, everybody say hi, hi. So have
Hi.
Jeff as well. Okay, so Go Guancho saying that I heard Balik Pulau has a new commercial property called Botanica City Center. Seems like a good investment. So based on this, what is your opinion for Leon? So, Guangzhou, you are actually want to do some property investment, or you are buying for your own stay? Maybe you can state it down. Just like I said, buying for your own stay and buying for investment is actually two different aspects to hunt for a property.
So we're waiting the Guangzhou to answer, or I have to
Mm.
answer his questions. I
Maybe you
heard
can
Balik Pulau.
share a little
Yeah,
bit.
maybe I share a little bit. Yeah,
Mm.
Balik Pulau has a new commercial. Yeah, I think I know this project, Botanical City.
Mm.
It's actually a big. If not mistaken, the total project size will be around more than 100 acres. All right, it's a township development. All right, okay. So when we talk about township development, so there is a difference between a normal development and township development. When we talk about township development, means that when they plan the whole development, they will come with the commercial, they will come with an international school, they will come with
Mm.
all the amenities.
Residential.
Yeah,
Mm.
this is very important. So when we buy a property, yeah, this is I mean, if we talk about Balik Pulau, among the whole Balik Pulau to choose where is the best area to invest, then I can tell you is Botanical City, because Balik Pulau is
Mm.
is a very, I mean, for those who've been to Balik Pulau, they
Balik
know that
Pulau.
Balik Pulau is actually Balik Pulau, right? It means that a
Mm.
very how to say, a small,
Suburban
uh,
area.
yeah, a place where very I mean, a lot, like we know that
Relaxing.
Balik Pulau is a durian farm. They have an orchard
Mm.
farm, durian farm, and also a lot of
Mm.
tourist attractions. But it's all the adventure tourist attractions. And at
Mm.
Botanical City is a bit different. I mean, among the whole Balik Pulau, that is considered a new area, and also that is the
Mm.
first international school at Botanical City, and also the
Mm.
first hypermarket at Botanical City. So with the
Mm.
hypermarket, with the international school, and also the basic commercial, and we know that the KFC is there, the Starbucks is there. All right, I think for Penang nights they might surprise, and they might excited why Starbucks they will go to Balik
Yes,
Pulau. Some of them they will
correct.
say, like, I think Victor, you're from Penang, but even now you stay in KL, you were surprised why Starbucks can go to
Yeah.
Balik Pulau. Am I right?
When you told me this, I was
Yeah.
like, Starbucks? Starbucks? Are you sure Starbucks?
Yes, yes. The logo is up. I mean, the drive-through is completed. I think will be start to operate after MCO. After MCO, the
Mm.
renovation is done. All right. So
Mm.
the first hypermarkets, TF Value Marks, if not from Kuala Lumpur, from KL, and
Mm.
international school, Starbucks. So all these amenities is very important. This is what I always share with my customer. When you buy a property, you need to buy the property with a good amenities, because the amenities definitely can help to boost up the property that you invest,
Mm.
because the convenience of a owner or the residents is very important, and the convenience of the resident definitely will reflect the price of the property.
Mm.
So if you stay at the place where it's not convenient, you want to buy even mineral waters, you need to travel a bit far to buy
Mm.
a mineral waters, then I think you better choose a
Susah
better
lah.
location. Yeah. So this Botanical City is a new township planning.
Mm.
Even it's in Balik
Mm.
Pulau, but definitely in
Mm.
Balik Pulau, you can't expect the price of the property. They can sell you a landed with a 5 million, but the
Mm.
landed there is actually selling very, very attractive price. Is the semi-D is around less than 1.5 million, and the
Mm.
bungalow I think should be 2 million
Two
plus.
million.
But if,
Mm.
yeah, 2 million or 3 million depends on the size. And if we talk about landed property at the town area, we talk about landed property at Gurney Drive area. I think
Mm.
a terrace house will cost you 2 million at Gurney Drive. So this is the
Mm.
difference. Yeah. So
Mm-mm.
for this investment, either you can buy for invest, or either for those people you like adventure, you like to have I
Relax
mean a less
moment, love
uh
durian.
yes, and also less pollution.
Mm.
Especially for those people, they are very tension when they live at the city. Then they want I mean more adventure place. They want
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
come out. They can see mountain. They can see the sea. All right, then you can.
Mm.
I mean, better can
Choose
choose
Balik
the best
Pulau.
place. Yeah, Balik
Mm.
Pulau. Yeah, that is a good place at the Botanic City. And I can say that the whole Balik Pulau, only Botanical City is the only location, the only venue
Mm.
where come with
Mm.
all these international school and also amenity, Starbucks,
Mm.
supermarkets. Yeah, that is the only place there. Yeah, and
Mm.
for other than Botanical City, I think for others project is quite subject. It's quite
Mm.
individual projects. Yeah, thank
Okay,
you.
so Guancho say that very well explained. Thank you for the insight. Yeah, eventually for the property investors, there are really have a lot of a point of view to consider. Another point of view is to consider whether the project is individual project or is a township project. But talking about the township project, of course, they already well planned and have a lot of amenities like maybe a hypermarket. So these are also one of the consideration you may be thinking before buying any property. So Mr. Leon, is it the right time to invest in property now?
Right time, especially especially now, I can
Mm,
see like yesterday I go through like with most of the developer in their Facebook. I can see actually
mm,
now developer they are actually giving out the best package compared, I mean the best ever package I can say. Like for
mm,
example, now we can own a house with rent to own. But I think if 2 years ago or 3 years ago, you can't see this in the market. How can you just
mm,
pay the rental for 3 years and not even pay the financing, not even go into the mortgage? You just pay the rental, then you can own a house.
mm,
So this is what I mean the current situation where the developer they, especially for those developer, they still have a balance stock. They might
mm,
willing to sacrifice a bit of their profit,
mm,
so they're willing to like make our buyer, our investor easy to come in, then make themselves
mm,
to be attractive, their product, also to attract more investor and the buyer
mm,
who
mm,
plan to own a house. So I always
mm,
tell a joke to my friends. I say actually the MCO is good, because especially those of, I mean most of us, if without MCO, I mean it's quite hard for us to stay at home for a very long time.
mm. Yeah,
And now
correct.
we have to stay at home for a long time. And if you stay at home for a long time, you might have a better demand to your
Mm,
own lifestyle. You may say, I need better space. I need a landed property. I need a facility property. All right. So
mm,
we will face and meet some of a customer after the MCO. They start to consider to buy a better property or to buy a property which more suitable for their lifestyle. They
mm,
might because I mean without MCO they have to work day and night. All right, early
mm,
morning go out, then they back late at night, and then they were not aware that the property or the house that they are staying is short of
mm,
this, short of that. But during
mm,
the MCO, I think they feel it. They feel it every day. Oh, why? If
mm,
today I want to go to a gym, but I don't have gym at my condominium, I should go for a gym at condominium. So if today I
mm,
want to walk around, I walk down, I see nothing, so I should buy a house with more amenities, more
mm,
facilities, and maybe a small market nearby my house. So this is what will happen to especially the young couple and also a family
mm.
man or those people when they are still renting the house. They might feel that now is the best time. And to me,
Correct.
if you ask me, this is the best time. Now is the buyer's market. You can easily tell the developer what you want. I mean, don't worry about the developer package. A lot of them say that, Leon, because they put the package like this, then I think this is the best package they offer. No, to
Mm,
me, If you really want to buy the property, please tell the developer, please tell the property negotiator
Bargain.
what you want. Yeah, bargain and offer them what you want. Offer them your maximum that you can pay. You say this is the
Mm,
maximum I can. So can you find me a house? I will tell you, you can definitely get a house, especially during
mm,
this time. And if you not really know most of the developer and you can't compare the project one to one, it's like what Victor said. You need to compare the project apple to apple. It's not the project. The price expensive or cheap. If you
mm,
compare project to project, you need to make sure that both project is at the same location and these both project have the same facility and the same
mm,
point to you. Then only you compare the price. Then definitely you can look for your friends who are actually in the property negotiator or real estate consultant. Yeah, you can look for
mm, mm,
them
mm,
and you
mm,
can ask them. You say, hello, my friend. So can you help me to look for the property? Because it's a responsibility for an agent for them to look for at least more choices for you. Maybe like three or
mm,
five choices. Hey, this is the
mm,
four choices that you can compare among the four property, whether you like this one, that one, or this one, right? So this is
mm,
the best time. And we
mm,
believe that most of the property negotiator or the real estate agent, they will be, more lovely. More, love to
helpful.
serve and also helpful to look for the better property for
Mm,
the customer at the moment. Yeah.
mm. Okay, so having said that, now is the best time to invest, and also now is the best time for you to go and talk to property negotiator or even to visit the developers to have some a little bit of bargain, telling what you need and what you want. Of course. So next we have Cheryl Lu, City of Dreams, Penang. So, of course, we all know that during this MCO, we are actually have the movement restrictions, and meeting customers face to face can be very challenging. So, how do you manage to meet customers during this pandemic?
All right, thank you, Victor. Of course,
Mm,
during this MCO, right, meeting customers is absolutely not allowed during this period. And during
mm,
for our sales lines, right, it's always a norm for us to meet our customer face to face. But time has changes when times comes. We usually use an alternative way whereby we have video
mm,
calls and call to update with our customers. And sometimes, even before MCO, right, we also do have, we keep calling to our customers, we follow up to them. With this, right, we actually build bond and trust within their customers and also the sales
mm,
line negotiator people, right? Even
mm,
actually in our company, City of Dreams, right, even before MCO started, right, our company actually has also practices contacting customers via calls just to check in. And we also do provide marketing materials that is very good enough that we don't need to meet the customer face to face to even know our
mm,
project. We have our marketing team to actually prepare all of the videos and all the brochures, everything, right? For the customers to have a very brief understanding and also a detailed understanding of our project. With that, right, if
mm,
in case they have any further questions, we have all our sales line 24/7 to stand by them for them. Because we not only serve local customers, we do have international customers. So international customers, of course, we do have the hard time to meet them also, right? So the
mm,
only thing we have is only video conferencing. But sometimes we do
mm,
have customers coming over and keep calling us like, we really want to see your product, we want to see how does the showroom looks like, everything.
mm,
And with that, right, our marketing team actually comes out with like a video of the showroom, everything that's all prepared for them, So
mm.
I don't think meeting customer face to face right now is obstacles for us because we
Mm.
actually have been well prepared before then actually already. So yeah.
Okay, so by saying that and by looking at what you have shared with us during this MCO is even busier than your normal time. It's like you're working
Definitely,
24/7.
definitely. Because we do have many people coming in and ask, are you guys not selling the property or your office is closed, but we
Mm,
still say, oh, we work from home. So although our sales gallery closed, right, but we do have the marketing material, via phones, we can show you all of our project. We can show you all our showing needs, all everything in detail. Everything you need, it's all, in mobile and we can just send it to you if you want to know.
Okay, so which means you're all already well prepared even before MCO.
Yeah, I think it's because we have these practices going on since we do have international customers.
Okay, so it's actually a good way to start doing marketing events because of there are also a lot of property agency or even developers. They are maybe don't know what to do during this MCO period. But from what Cheryl Lu has shared with us during this MCO, it doesn't stop us from meeting customers. We actually can relies on a lot of like software platform or other apps that we can meet customers and then we can share with them our brochures, or even now we can actually bring the showroom to their doorstep.
Yeah, we actually do like on a video call presentation of our full
Mm,
project, a full presentation, 1 hour full presentation. We present to you all of our project, everything that you need to know to make sure that you're in a comfort, and that it's where we build trust that we really share everything to you. Be it if you're gonna buy it now or you're gonna buy it
mm,
after MCO, but we still will share it to
mm.
you.
Okay, that's a very good services from City of Dreams Penang. So coming back, Mr. Leon, so what are the strategies
Yes.
or tactics that you use in the property industry to react to this global recession?
Hi, thank you, Victor. So especially I mean the current situation as a real
Mm,
estate agency, what we can do now the most is for our company. I can share like for our company currently we actually are doing a massive recruitment, and we see the
mm,
result, right? Because we know that especially the I mean now most of them they might face retrenchment, and also because of the market and also the global recessions, and a lot
mm,
of them they start to have awareness on I need to be more aggressive. I need to be more well planned on my own finance or own
mm,
careers. All right, I need to be like standby more. All right, so because of this, then if when we go and approach them and say, hi, Mr. A, hi, Miss B. All right, actually, we are Zion Property, and we actually want to recruit property negotiators who come and join us to represent our company to market the property. So I
mm,
always tell our new babies agents who join us, I say, don't give yourself a very high expectation where you can sell many property when you just started to join. But trust me, property is actually very simple. And if you repeated to approach and repeated to present to customer, after you present for 10 times to the customer, if you still not manage to close the customer, you might present for another 10 times. I mean 20
mm,
times. If 20 times you still cannot close any customer, you might go for 100 times. But when you achieve to, to present to any of a customer up to 100 times, I always believe there is a 10-90 ratio possibility. Means that there is a 10% of your customer they were interested
mm,
and to buy
mm,
the property that you presented. So this is why when we do recruitment during this hard time, and we can say that most of the people they start to aware, they start to understand. Yeah, I should know not doing only one job. I should get some part time, because property agency is actually a part time. It's like you're doing
mm,
MWay or you're doing any direct sales or multi level marketing. All right, you can join, and while you are still a full time. Like my company, we have a lot of professional in the factory. We have a full time. We even have a business owner who have their own business. But when he go outside, he always meet our friends or relative and talk about, hey, property, which property to buy, where is the good buy property, good investment property. So when we always listen to goodbye property, so most of our surrounding friends, they talk
mm,
about properties, then they might feel that, hey, why not I just do a referral. Even like my uncle this morning, they give me an SMS. They say, Leon, can you have any property, my friends are looking for property to buy. So
mm,
I send some
mm,
of the online presentation video. It's maybe a 10 minutes online introductions of the property. I sent to him. Then after he talked, he sent to me. He said, Leon, it's very clear. I mean, the customer means that my uncle friends like the
mm,
property, so just now want to talk to you about the price. Then I'm very surprised. I said, hey, so everyone are aggressive. Why? Because I told my uncle, hey uncle, why not you refer the customer to me? Then I will make sure you have the 1% referral fees. All right. So everyone can be an agent. Everyone can be an agent.
Yeah.
This is why I say, yeah, I don't shy to be. I refer a customer to you. Then I take the commission. I feel no good. The referral we have to pay out, whether we pay to you or we pay to anyone. Definitely, we will assign appoint a negotiator, an agent to come and assist you to close the deal, to handle everything A to Z. But because of you refer the customer to us, then this is our
We
our
get the
our
sales.
return, our
Mm.
rewards to you, and
Mm.
to us, like, we pay to everyone. Why not I pay to you, since you are my cousin, you're my very close
Mm.
uncle. All right, so this is the difference between some normal, how to say, a normal full-time job and our real estate. Because
Mm.
in real estate, you can easily, even my company full-time staff, I always tell them, I say, why not, if you meet anyone who are looking for property, but because of your full-time, why not you just refer the contact into us? Then you refer the contact into us, we will assign our manager to handle, to follow up. And from there, if there is a closing possibility to the customer, then you still entitled for the referral fee. And when we talk
Mm.
about the referral fee, it's not like 1,000 or 2,000. Because I think everyone know that, especially property, a good location property, it's talk about a minimum 1 million and above.
Mm.
And if you talk about 1 million, 1% is more than 10,000. So if you are working as a full time, even your salary 1 month is 10,000. But if you manage to refer a customer, then you can
Mm.
you can
Get another
entitle,
extra.
get the referral fee. So I always
Mm.
tell my companies, my colleagues, my
Negotiators.
these agent negotiators, that I say everyone can be a negotiator. Everyone can be a referrer. All right. So there is no requirement. You don't need to study like a diploma or degree for the property. But if you understand about property, it's good for you to understand for yourself, because you might go for investment for your own, by your own. You might go to invest for, I mean, a better house, or
Mm.
extra investment for with your family or your friends. All right. So you can gain extra knowledge from,
Mm.
I mean, when you join us. Then beside this, during this MCO, we did a lot of online training, and I can see that if without MCO, I only can do training 1 month once, all right, or
Mm.
maybe 1 week once. But with MCO, I can organize
Do
a
every
lot of
day.
training, many training. Yeah, so we can see a lot of training every day. One training. Definitely, we want to keep the training like short as like
Mm.
1 hour, so that people easy for them to understand and concentrate. We don't go for the 5 hour training when people, they will make their eyes very tired. Then also
Mm.
they always, because you need to look at the screen,
Out of
or the phone.
focus. Yeah.
Yes, you're out of focus, then you might tired, you might not able to remember the main point. All right, so I during this MCO periods, most of our agents, our staff, we have actually good and great training. And the training is not
Mm.
only property training, we have sales training, we have skill training, we have general knowledge sharing training,
Mm.
like about lawyer, about banks, mortgage. So sometimes we invite the mortgage managers. They will come to the Zoom and do the explanation. And I
Mm.
can see there is a lot of question and answer during the Zoom training. So this means that actually during the MCO time, it's actually I mean, a better opportunity to most of the agents to ask questions. If
Mm.
normally you ask them to ask for further, I mean, extra questions, they might not dare to ask, because it's actually an open seminar and many people is attending. But for
Mm.
Zoom, I think everyone, they like to play the raise hand, the blue color hand, right? They click the raise
Yeah.
hand at the Zoom. Then okay,
So
then
and raise up
the
the
host
question.
will, yeah, will unmute your mic. Then so I see actually the result is good, and
Mm.
make my training completed. Like normally I need 1 year to provide all those training, and I can handle and conduct all the training in actually maybe this 1 month times, right? So to
Mm.
my company, we are actually so far so good and very positive. We have a
Mm.
good response from our recruitment. beside our recruitment, we also have a good response during the on the Zoom training, and most of our agents, our negotiator, they learn from the training, and I believe they not only learn, then this is also to increase their knowledge about property, and also to make them know more about properties. And I think will be easier for them when any customer ask them about property, then they can easily answer them because of this MCO Zoom product trainings. Yeah.
Okay, so which means during this MCO, Xeon Properties did recruited a lot of new
Yes.
negotiators,
New
and
babies. Yeah. Yeah.
yes, yeah, as
Yeah.
also by using Zoom meeting and training. So I think most of the agents now are more productive and more
Yeah. Correct.
aggressive
And
because of.
I can say
Mm,
more creative. Yeah,
mm,
because previously, like just now, I received one of my agents. His name is Ricky. All right, she
mm,
actually just come out on YouTube because of MCO. Then they have more time for them to think. Then they call me 1 week ago. They say, Leon, can I propose something? Instead of we look for people to come and rent our premise, our shop, our commercial. Why not we go and look for the master franchise, to ask them, to invite them to expand their business. Then if they want to
mm,
expand their business, they want to look for, hey, if I expand myself, I need to invest myself. No worry. We help you to look for people to take your franchise, then expand. So I think this is because of MCO, then they have better idea, they have more creative
mm,
idea, and
mm,
everyone like is now will be like a Facebook or Instagram, they Zoom, everyone are using all these social media platform to perform, to
mm,
perform to pass the message to their friends, or even I mean uh, shoot a short videos to
mm,
introduce about property. Yeah, so I can
mm,
see
mm,
a
mm,
lot of
mm.
this come, especially the MCO. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Just now I also say that seeing that one comment, well said, Cheryl, a good salesman can always find a way to sell the product. Yes, correct. A good salesman can always, every day, 24/7, you will find a way to sell the products or even sell the services because of you are the negotiator. So you will be thinking both ways. You are standing in between developer and buyer, or even in between owner and buyer. And Guancho also say that start figuring the best way and start doing things. So great advice. Really enjoying this session. So coming back, there is another question from Caroline. Now we are still facing many uncertainty. So how can we trust the property market that can give us a bright future? Even now, many developers are giving a good promotion package. Yeah, just like from the beginning, Leon did mention about for this current situation, there are a lot of developers are actually offering a very good promotion package. So by looking at that, so how can we trust the property market in the future? So what's your say, Mr. Leon Lee?
Okay, especially today market, definitely will make our investor, our buyer, make everyone to feel
Mm,
uncertain.
mm,
They might thought that what will happen for another 6 months, or 1 year later, might the market crash. Then if I buy the
mm,
property, then the property crash. Same then. So
mm,
to me, like developer is very important. All right. So if you want to buy a property, you better go for a big developer. Yeah,
mm,
this
mm,
is
mm,
actually very related to an investor, because I did experience some of the buyer, they don't
mm,
know who is the developer, then they simply go and buy the property. Then eventually the developer, they have their own internal problem, or their internal restructuring, where
mm,
even the developer resell the products, resell their development to another developer. So if
mm,
this is the developer, then is actually not a good buy. Yeah. So
mm,
to me, especially today market, you better go for biggest, the bigger size developer. The branded
mm,
developer. is like our Malaysia's top 10 or top 20 developer. And or if can, you buy the property which is like nearly completed, maybe 90%. Yeah, you better a bit go for the property like this because I mean my own experience. I did invest to a property in Damansara, KL. All right. So I think they deliver the house to me actually behind for I mean 3 years. And to me, this is actually a very, very serious delay. It's 3 years delay. Means that it's supposed to hand over the house to me on 2017, but I only managed to get the house this year 2020. I mean during Chinese New Year. And it's actually behind time for 3 years. Means that they are using 3 years to develop and 3 years late. And even now we collected the house, the condition of the house is also not very good. And this is my, I mean, a good experience to myself where because of that time when I invested the property, I thought that, wow, not bad because of the location. And I know that the developer is very new, but I invested. And this is the consequences because I invested and I even I don't see the house. All right, it's under construction. I go and invest into the property. All right, but never mind. But because of the developer is too new in the market, then when I bought the property, then I face this problem. So to me, especially now, all right, you better go for the I mean the bigger size developer
reputable.
and yeah, reputable developer or the property where actually nearly complete or completed. And again, if you worry about the installment, you worry about the payback, you worry about the interest, you might go for the property where you can ask the developer to give you some rental returns, maybe. All right. Like I said, now is the buyer's market. Don't worry about the package the developer offer to you. You can simply throw what you want. What is your main concern when you want to buy the property? So without this, there is no concern for you to buy. Then you throw all your concern to the developer. I will tell you, most of the developer will love to solve your problem, right? Because they want to sell the house. They want to sell the house. So they will solve for you. So you just throw all your concern to a developer. And again, please buy a property at the prime location where actually easier for you to resell to the market. If your property is not at the prime location, yes, you can buy for investment, all right, and but you need to make sure that like just now, even at Bali Pulau, but it's different. The Bali Pulau, they have international school. They have all the amenity to support the property to make sure the price of the property is still there, is stable, and because of the amenities. All right. So I mean, all of the small element is very important for you when you choose a property, when you select a property. You need to like concern about this, all this detailing, yeah, of the property.
Yeah. Okay, so to Caroline, maybe you're facing a lot of uncertainty, but I can tell you, looking for a professional negotiator is actually giving you a more brighter way to understand the developers, to understand the project, and the good salesperson or the good sales negotiator can actually share with you what's their unique selling point, and then what is the background. So eventually you can look for Xeon Properties because of they have a lot of professional negotiators in town. Okay, coming back to Cheryl. Just now, Leon did say that Xeon Properties are using networking, are using social media to train, and then to actually giving out the training to the negotiator. So as we know, now networking is very important regardless of formal or informal situation. So all of us need friends. So can you share with us what is the importance of networking in the sales line? Because of I believe there are a lot of salesperson for starting, they will say that, oh, I don't have networking. I don't know any investors or I don't know any home buyers. So how do you face this and how you resolve this?
Okay, thank you, Victor. All right, I would say actually networking is very important, even to an individual, be it if you're doing into a sales line or in anything. Networking is something that we use to connect with other people. Even for a normal people, right? They have a simple questions. Like for example, we have a lot of people that come to ask Leon. Why? Because they know Leon is a role model in a property line. So whenever they have these questions like, during MCO, is it the right time to buy property? Automatically they will think of Leon. That's why. So they will
Mm,
actually automatically will come and ask Leon. And also, right, networking helps in our sales prospect and also new businesses. Perhaps, most important is to remember that network is actually could be the key to unlock your next career move. For example, now we have a lot of retrenchment going on. We have that a lot, and people are actually started to look at, is a company, open for vacancy like that? Do they have any new vacancy? It all requires all networking. Because why we
mm,
say that? So it's more of like you're asking your mutual friends for more information like that. If you don't have any networking, right, I think by right now today you'll be like you have no clue what's outside the world society right now actually. So networking
mm,
is
mm,
all
mm,
about building relationship, and it comes from like comes naturally, even from your mutual friends. Once they know you're in this line, right? Like for example, I'm in property line, and during this kind of scenario, people come and ask me, how's the property line doing? Is it the right time to buy the property? Is your company giving out any special promotions or any
mm,
attractive packages like that? They will always they will automatically think of property. They will think of me when it comes to property. So
mm, mm,
if not so, right, informally, they will have like a mutual friends. They will ask you, hey, Victor, do you have any friends that, that works in the property line? Perhaps, they could ask you to get more information. So, of course, with knowing you, right, they will have the information of that. So,
mm,
networking is actually very important. And for being a
mm,
salesperson, networking is important because it actually converts all the prospect into our customers, actually. Yes. So, of course,
mm,
not only in property sales line, but in general aspect and other professionalism as well, networking definitely helps a lot. So we can
mm,
look the
mm.
other way around. If you have good network and you need something or anything, it could be anything at all, you can simply ask around your friends and you will definitely have your answers like that.
Mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm. Okay, so thanks, Cheryl, for explaining. Networking is very important. Whether you are in sales line, you are in business line, even if you are in social media line, because of there are a lot of people are actually actively doing sales on the social market. So social market is also one of the networking. Like you are playing TikTok, you are playing YouTube, you are playing Instagram, you are playing Facebook. So all these are actually your networking. So I don't see anyone in this world saying that they don't have network.
Yeah.
Actually, eventually they have the network. It's just that they don't know how to break it
They don't know how
and
to
make it to
utilize it.
become. Yes, correct,
Yeah.
correct, correct. So well said, Cheryl. So maybe continuously as like during this MCO period. So what are the marketing strategies that City of Dreams are planning right now?
Okay, actually, to say one of the marketing strategies, right? We are actually doing marketing is because we want to boost our sales. And usually, right, for our properties, we will usually take part in roadshows and also organize events to our
Mm,
targeted customers. However, to our new normal, most events and also roadshows has been cancelled, and there is no way for us to organize such things to avoid any mass gathering. So during
mm,
this COVID-19, we have to continue with the social distancing for our safety and hygienic purposes. So during this period, our marketing is actually working more onto digitalizing our marketing materials and also more in promoting our online strategies as well. As for now, we understand like offline strategies like events, roadshows, not
mm,
allowed to do, right? So we are looking more things that we can gain more attention from the public, through digitalized materials such as online presentations and more of creative content campaign. And also we are trying to integrating VR kind of materials into our marketing materials as well. So people
mm, mm,
actually,
mm,
they don't have to be there, but they can see what we are doing actually. So actually,
mm,
our marketing directions has definitely changed during this MCO period. But of course, all along we have a practice of marketing our projects to international customers. Like we have full video presentation that helps our customer to understand all of our project easily. And whenever they have any questions, we have all our salespersons stand by there for them. Yeah.
yeah. So as we all know, the City of Dreams Penang start from the launching year until now, we can see that City of Dreams are actually aggressively joining a lot of roadshow, like joining a lot of events, and also doing a lot of social networking events to actually promoting City of Dreams. So no doubt during this pandemic, City of Dreams are actually also using this kind of period to approach more customers, and then in the way of like saying that the marketing strategy of a City of Dreams is actually quite innovative. So
Yes.
City of Dreams Penang are actually doing and more marketing events. So I do believe after MCO, City of Dreams are ready to do more events and attract more. Can say that actually will be the event for the completion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You can say that.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe the last question for Mr. Leon. So we
Yes.
all know that uh, start from 4th of May, our PM already announced that certain economic and social activities will be allocated. So what are the measurements that developers have to do with the market downturn after MCO? Because of now, everybody is actually prepared for the leave out. So what is your opinion about the measurements of the developers?
I think especially now I can see most
Mm,
of the developer they actually starting to give a very attractive package to the market, to the buyer. Especially they can, some of them they actually giving out a zero promotions. When I say zeros, mean like zero down payments, zero interest, zero cost.
mm,
Everything is about zero. Right. So to me, I feel
mm,
that it's something very, very new. And like, again, if if we ask, I mean, any of our friend asks us, hey, is this the right time? I will tell you this is the right time because when the developer they throw in the package to us, then
mm,
we can even ask for more. We can even ask for
mm,
more, and then this is actually the best time for us to nego with a developer. And we also can see some of developer they might come out package of rent to own like what I shared just now. This is also part of the strategy and the package. And if to me, I feel that we need to understand the investor, the buyers' difficulty and the concern. So when we
mm,
can solve their concern and the difficulty, I think we can close the deal. Yeah.
mm,
So to me, a
mm,
tailor-made a package will be much more attractive to different buyers. All right.
mm,
So like my company, I always share with my agents. I always tell them, if your customer throw you a very difficult question, tell you that they want this and want that, then to you you feel that it's impossible. Then I will tell you, don't give up. You will just, I mean, tell me. I will tell you how to solve it because I always
mm,
believe any difficulty can be solved, especially the,
mm,
I mean, today markets, and
mm,
also our developer request. And definitely, I'm quite confident that I can persuade the developer to try their best to give the best package to the especially today buyers, right? So this
mm,
is the our responsibility as a negotiator because our job is to coordinate the buyers and developer. Our job is
mm,
to make sure the buyer can sell the house and also to make sure the developer can sell the house and to make sure the buyer can buy the house at
mm,
attractive price and attractive package. So this is our job. So I always
mm,
tell people we will try our best to coordinate your requests, your needs, then to make
mm.
the deal successful. Yeah.
Yeah, I do believe that in this market, no matter today we have MCO, today we have the pandemic situation or whatsoever, in this market there's always supply and demand. There are always the demands from the purchasers. There are always supplies from the developers. It's just that whether, for your personal opinion, is it the right time for you, or do you have the cash, or do you have the intention to go and invest in property? So to me, actually, property is today you have cash, then you go and invest. If you don't have cash, then you just forget about it. There's always no right time to invest in property, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
thanks a lot.
we can see that there are a lot of comments like Caroline say that good developer is very important. Buy property that almost complete. Look for property that can give rental return. Look for property at prime location and support with good amenities. So Leon, thank you for the sharing. And then Guancho also say that very well said, Cheryl. Good networking applies to all sectors. And Jeff Tree also say that well said. We can utilize the resources. And Guancho even complimenting that COD is famous throughout Malaysia. That's just now I say that COD is actually very innovative in their marketing strategies. So KY also say that very nice sharing by Leon. I came here to buy fish. Now I want to buy property. Yeah, so that's why I say that there is no right time to buy a property. Is eventually that is like your intention. Whether today you want to buy fish or you want to buy property or you want to buy gold, you want to buy a luxury branded stuff or whatsoever, it depends on your demand. So, like I said, market there is always demand and supply. So,
Supply, yeah.
yes. So thank you tonight for the great sharing from Mr. Leon and also Miss Cheryl. Thank you very much. And thank you once again to Zion Properties, You Win the Name, City of Dreams, his HCK Group, and POTV. Thank you very much. And have a
Thank
nice
you.
week. Have a nice Tuesday.
Thank you.
Tuesday,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Bye. Good night. Good night. Thank you.